We're not ready to make a deal. Donald Trump once again putting a spook into financial markets, judging by the state of U.S. financial markets. All of them very, very choppy here this Friday. And once again, it's Donald Trump's intentions in this trade war that are preoccupying investors. They've interpreted that, some of them at least, as a sign that maybe there won't be any kind of trade deal for the foreseeable future, even though trade talks are planned in September. As things stand, you don't have to be an expert, and you certainly don't have to be a member of Donald Trump's inner circle to see that the conditions really probably aren't right now for any kind of trade deal. We've seen effectively these two sides, the US and China, resume a full-scale trade war, though they are still committed to negotiations. And now we've had the prospect earlier this week of currency being used as some kind of weapon in all of this as well, with the Trump administration accusing China of having intervened to lower its currency. But the People's Bank of China has been at pains all week to say that that devaluation of the renminbi earlier this week was to do with market forces and a direct result of the impact of these trade battles, not its intervention. One other thing that will be perhaps of more concern to companies like Huawei and some of the world's biggest chip makers are Trump's other comments in which he said that he also wasn't ready to effectively cut Huawei some slack. You'll remember this is the Chinese telecoms giant that's at the center of a battle and sanctions from the United States that have effectively locked it out of doing business with the United States. Now, when these trade negotiations were looking a little bit rosier, the Trump administration said it was prepared to cut Huawei a little bit of slack by allowing some US manufacturers to do business with this company. I'm talking about the likes of Intel, Qualcomm, some of these companies that make the chips that drive our smartphones and mobile devices. Trump is now saying he's not really ready for that to happen, so that would be problematic for those companies. It should be noted as well that China's foreign ministry says all of this is doing massive damage to global supply chains because companies like Huawei simply can't get the components it needs to operate.